Are rawhide dog bones safe or not for our dogs? Let's talk about it. So the best answer is that, like many things, it depends. You can give these to your dogs, these rawhide bones, but there's a couple of important stipulations. The main, most important one being that you're present while the dog's working the bone, so that you can be there to supervise and make sure they don't end up breaking off a chunk that's gonna get soft and then clog the windpipe, because that's the most common thing that happens with these if dogs eat them unsupervised. The other important piece of advice when choosing a rawhide bone is to make sure that it's one contiguous piece of rawhide that makes up the knots on each end. You can tell with this one, by looking at it, that this is one piece of rawhide that goes around and wraps up and makes this knot. The problem with ones that aren't made with one piece of rawhide is that they've attached a shorter piece that they've wrapped around the end of the longer piece. And what happens is, as the dog chews on that, it'll get soft and wet from their saliva, they'll get it off the end, and now you've got just a short piece of rawhide that gets stuck in the dog's throat. And that's the big controversy that you've mostly heard about as to why you shouldn't give rawhide bones to your animal. It's because of that choking hazard. So the third most important thing when choosing a rawhide bone to make sure it's safe for your dog is to make sure you choose the right size for your dog. If you have a big dog, like a retriever, a lab, a husky, a German shepherd, one of those larger sized dogs, you want to choose the larger size rawhide bone. The reason for that is if you give them one of these smaller size bones that's good for a smaller sized dog, they have the power in their jaws to bite off and chew this smaller knot. And so they can crank off a piece of this and then it gets soft and moist and then it can clog their windpipe. Okay, Luna, here you go. Good girl. Salish. Good girl. Asher. Good boy.